Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum students. This lesson is for class 7 subject English. In this lesson I will explain worksheet plus copy work of lesson 16, and in this lesson I will explain Ikra English grammar book lesson 10 and then come to composition, which is application for fee concession. This is our first topic, worksheet of lesson 16, sand and stone. Question number 1, fill in the blanks. Mary and Farida lived in same village. Mary slapped Farida and they walked in silence. God is ready and willing to forgive us. The villagers had a little food and water. They quarreled with each other for water. Since childhood, they were best friends. The villagers decided move to another place. The two girls supported each other and other villagers. Farida was a bit careless and began to drown. The wind would have blown it away by now. Choose the correct option. The villagers visited many places in search of job. Farida and Mary quarreled with each other for water. Finally, the villagers reached an oasis. Mary saved Farida from drowning. Farida hugged her friend and thanked her. Mark T for true and F for false statement. To allow our anger or hate to cause someone harm does not please God. True, we should change our hate and anger into love and forgiveness. True, when we forgive someone, it means what they did was right. False, God forgives all of our sins and we need to readily forgive others too. True, when someone hurts us, we should take revenge. False. Match the column. Mary and Farida, best friends, cherish to keep hopes, quarreled and agree disagreement. Oasis, place in a desert, slapped, a quick hit. So you will write the words in column C. Slapped, a quick hit, blown, to be moved on a current of air. Interfaith, relating to activities involving different religion. Nap, a short period of sleep. And the 10th one is forgiveness, pardon. Chapter index. Words meaning, word sentences and question answers are the chapter contents. Chapter index. Words meaning, word sentences and question answers are the chapter contents. Words meaning, interfaith, इत्तेफाक, हार्मनी, हमाहंगी, quarrel, झगड़ा होना, slapped, थप्पड़ मारना, oasis, नखलिस्तान, rushed, जल्दी करना, blown, उड़ाना, cherished, पसंद करना. Interfaith, the people in the village lived with interfaith harmony. Harmony, we should live with mutual cooperation and harmony. Quarreled, they quarreled with each other for water. The spelling of water is W-A-T-E-R. W-A-T-E-R. Slapped, my best friend slapped me. Oasis, finally they reach an oasis. Question answer. Why did the villagers decided to move to another place? Explain. Answer. The villagers decided to move to another place because due to flood, Selab, all the crops of the village were destroyed. Tabah hona. What does it mean to overlook something? To overlook something means to give attention to something. Attention, tawajjah. Why Mary and Farida had an argument in the desert? They had an argument because Farida wanted to drink the water while Mary wanted to stop her as the water was very little. Question number 4. Is God willing to forgive us when we sin? Sin means gunah. Yes, God is willing to forgive us when we sin and say sorry on it. It is hard to forgive someone over and over again. Yes, it is hard to forgive someone over and over again because it can cause वजह बनना. It can cause, the spelling cause, it can cause us to feel weighed down inside. Do this work in your copy.
Application for fee concession. The principal, put comma, Ikra Hufaz Girls Secondary School, put comma, Warsak Road, comma, Peshawar, full stop. Leave one line, subject, application for fee concession, then also skip one line. With margin line, write sir or madam, put comma, then with margin line, start your main body of the application. With due respect, comma, it is stated that my father is a clerk. He has to support a large family. His income is not sufficient means kafi to meet all our expenses mean ikhrajat, and I want to continue my studies. From the next line, so in the light of facts stated above, I humbly request you to grant me full fee concession. Next line. In the mid you will write thank you, then also leave one line, yours obediently, name, class and date. So our next topic is in Ikra English Grammar Book lesson 10. What is active and passive voice? Students, first I will define the voice. Voice is the form of verb which shows whether the subject does something. या तो subject कोई काम कर रहा है और something happens to it, या काम का हवाला subject से दिया जाता है. In this way, there are two voices in English. English में two voices होती हैं. Which one? First one is active voice and second one is passive voice. What is active voice? When the action is done by the subject in the sentence, or we can say when a subject is doer means काम करने वाला. When a subject is doer of action in a sentence, then the sentence belongs to the active voice. I eat an apple. This is the example. I eat an apple. She played badminton. They will buy new dresses. So students, subjects I, she, they act something in these sentences, so they are called the doers. Doers mean काम करने वाले. And all the above sentences are of active voice, and structure will be subject, verb and object. According to the tense, we will write the forms of verb in active voice. What is passive voice? When the action is done to the subject in the sentence, or when a subject is a receiver means लेने वाला, or when a subject is a receiver of the action, then the sentence belongs to passive voice. Students, an apple is eaten by me, badminton was played by her, new dresses will be bought by them. In these sentences, students, the structure will be opposite to the active voice. Just like in active voice, the structure will be subject, verb, object, but here is opposite, is an opposite case. The structure will be opposite, object, verb and subject. So students, one thing to be noted, that we will use third form of verb in passive voice, and after writing third form of verb we will write by before the subject, and after writing the third form of verb we will write by. So I will repeat the structure: subject, verb, object, and here in the passive voice, object, verb and subject. Things to be noted, that we will use third form of verb and preposition by in passive voice. Write whether the sentence is in active or passive voice. The teacher will have scolded her. The teacher will have scolded her. It is active voice. Taxes are paid by us, passive voice. He took 2 catches in the match, active voice. Students, from the structure we will easily know that whether it is active or passive. The answer was given by him. By is a clue for us. It is passive voice. She was doing homework. Active voice. They were disturbed by us. Passive voice. Teachers were checking notebooks. Active voice. He wasted his time. Active voice. Exercise is taken by me daily. Passive voice. You have posted a letter to your friend. Active voice. Circle the verbs in the following sentences and tell whether the sentence is in active or in passive voice. Identify means शनाख्त करे the doer and the receiver of the verb and put a blank if the doer or the receiver is not present. She took a sharp pencil. Active voice. She is doer while pencil is receiver. The worker never obeyed his order. Active voice. Worker is doer, order is receiver. He was taught by a famous professor. Passive voice. Professor is doer, he is receiver. While thought is verb. All the students collected money. Active voice. Students is doer while money is receiver. She was forgiven by the teacher. Passive voice. Teacher is doer while she is receiver. Forgiven is a verb. Simple language is used by the author. Passive voice. Author is doer, language is receiver. And used is verb. Mother bakes delicious cakes. Active voice. Mother is doer while cakes is receiver. He was sent out by his opponents. Passive voice. Opponents is doer while he is receiver. The robber was arrested. Students, here the subject, the doer of action is not existed. That's why we will not add by. The robber was arrested. This sentence is made up of two words, object and verb. So this is passive voice. Robber is receiver while arrested is verb. He is known by all of us. Non-verb. Passive voice. Us is doer while he is receiver.